Hi guys, welcome to another Divi theme video. This is Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Well, in yesterday's video we did this little scrolling sections. Showed you how to do this little scroll effect with your sections. Somebody asked how we did the top section, because if you look at the top we've got a transparent header up here, and when we roll down it's got a color behind it so we can still see that menu there. Really easy to do. I'll show you exactly how to do it. Let's go to this other site here. It's another Divi site with the default Divi header. If I roll up, it just stays there. It's in fixed position. To make this transparent, what we need to do is go down to our dashboard. Once at the dashboard, I'm going to go down to Appearance and Customize. That's going to bring us to this page here. Now, as long as you're using the default Divi header and you haven't created a custom global header, you'll see header and navigation here. I'm going to click on that. Now we've got header format. I'm going to leave it just as it is. Primary menu bar. This is our primary menu bar. We're not using a secondary menu bar on this site. That was actually the secondary menu here and primary menu here. Now the fixed navigation settings, what we need to remember is, like I say, this is the primary menu bar up here. When we roll down the page, get to about here, it's no longer the primary menu bar. Believe it or not, that has changed now, and that's our fixed navigation settings. I can demonstrate that better if I go into the fixed navigation. Let's just change the background color to a crazy blue or something. You see, when I roll back up, it turns back white. When we roll down, it turns blue. And we're going to need to use this in a moment. Let's just put it back to the default as it was, which was that white color. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go into my primary menu. By going back from our fixed nav, I just wanted to explain that to you. So if we go back into our primary menu bar now, let's make our links so we can see them, be kind of useful. So we can go down to text color here. Make them a light color. I'm going to make mine white. That's good, but it's not quite as bright as I'd like it. So let's just bring the opacity up a little bit there. Fantastic. Like I say, I want to change that logo out too, because that really doesn't look too good. Now, when they scroll down, that's okay, but when it gets to about here, you really can't see the links in that. And that's our fixed nav menu. So what we can do, go back from our primary menu to our fixed navigation settings, and we'll give it a color. Just roll down a bit so we can see it. And let's make it black. And again, our links, we can't really see them too well. Primary menu link color. Again, I'm going to make those white. And it's all the way up there. Perfect. So when I roll back up, it's going to become transparent. It's difficult to see on that dark background. And we get to about there, it's going to become black. Perfect. Great. Well, let's make sure we publish these changes. And to switch out that logo, sure you know how to do this. Back to the dashboard. Going to go down to Divi, Theme Options. That will bring us to this page under the General tab. We've got logo right here. Let's upload a new logo. I know I've got one in my library somewhere. Let's just load more. There we go. Right there, I've got a light version of it. I'm going to hit Set as Logo. And again, we need to hit this button to save our changes here. If we go back to our page now, here's the original. We haven't refreshed or anything. Let's refresh this page now. Now we got our transparent header there. Fantastic. When we roll down a little bit, it's going to come in black, so we can see it over our light sections here. Of course, you can make that slightly opaque with the opacity slider if you wanted to see some of the site roll through it. When we go back to the top, of course, it's going to become see-through again. Now, one thing you want to remember is once you do something like this, every time you create a new page, unless you create a custom header for those pages, you're going to want to have a dark section at the top if you've got a light menu and logo like I have here. For instance, if we create a new page, we'll give it a name, dynamic heading. Let's do that. I'll show you how you can create a dynamic header for any of your pages here. We'll use the Divi Builder, of course. We're going to build from scratch here. And as you can see, or as you can barely see, we've got a header up there, but you can barely see the logo and you can't see the menu items at all until you hit the drop down right there. So like I say, we want a dark section on top. So by default, it puts in a section for us. I'm going to throw in a row with a single column. I'm going to throw a text module in there. You can put anything you want. This is just an example for you. I'm going to use what they call dynamic content. So I'm going to just get rid of everything that's in there. I'm going to hit the little icon that looks like some discs there. Use dynamic content. I'm going to say use page title. And it's come up with the page title there. Now, of course, I want to decorate that a little bit. So I'm going to go over to my design and to the text. I want to pop it in the middle. I'm going to make it a lot bigger with the text size here. And let's perhaps make it uppercase. Bold. Now it's going to disappear because I'm going to make it white in color. Now what I'm going to do is save that. I'm going to go into our top section here, blue tab. I'm going to give it a dark background or an image or whatever you want to use. Let's just throw a dark image in there. That should work. Yeah, we can read everything now. We've got our little heading there. Just for fun, you can make that parallax if you wanted to. That way when they scroll down the page, when there's something to scroll, it will work. So once you've got that done, just save it once you're happy with what it's going to do right there. We'll save this to the library. A little round button right next to the trash can there. Save to library. Give it a name. I'll just call it dark to top. Fantastic. Now every time you create a new page, create another new page. Give it a title. Of course, we'll use a Divi builder. Again, we'll build from scratch. Now, I'm not going to do anything here at the moment. I'm going to add a new section. Little blue button to add a section. We saved it to our library just now, so we can add from the library. There it is, first one in line, dark top. Use this section. And it automatically comes up with the name of the page there. We can now delete the top section right here. And we've got that. Not sure that image is going to work too well with that writing, but there we are. And of course, you want to add some content down below. I'll just add something from the library. That way, you've got something to roll down to. See that little parallax effect up there. We'll save our changes. Save draft or publish if you're ready. Make sure everything's going to work on the front end. There we have it. We've got our transparent header. We've got our dynamic heading. I know I haven't done much of a job on that. Very quick version of it just to show you how. And when we scroll up, we've got our dark nav menu coming in there. So you can read it over everything. So there we have it, guys. There is how to create transparent header for your Divi site. And change the header on scroll like that with the fixed navigation settings. Really easy to do, and it does make for some great sites. But like I say, when you create new pages, unless you've created a custom menu, you want to create a little dark section for the top. So don't forget, if you've got any questions, pop them down below the video. I'll do my best to answer them, or make a little demo video just like this one. So once again, this has been Jamie from System22 and webdesignandtechtips.com. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.